Because if you think about it, ang video games or games in general is like a collection, an amalgamation ng maraming iba't ibang klaseng fields ng media.
Hello guys, my name is Corbs from One in Manila Place, and today we have a very special live stream. So guys, in case you didn't know, iACADEMY was actually the first institution in the Philippines to offer a game development course.
The program offers a general knowledge of all things in game development. At because of that, meron tayong understanding or a grasp of everything that is needed to develop and create a video game and ship it out. And also, while it is a general knowledge of everything, as students, we could, of our own accord, pick kung ano yung specialization namin. The course runs in 4 years, and yung subjects na covered niya ay, marami, no? So, ilan lang I'll mention programming, arts for characters and environment, user interface, user experience, story writing, script writing, game design philosophy, level design, at yun, marami pang iba. Many people plays video games. Kahit mga matatanda na naglalaro ng video games. So malaking bagay din ang game development industry. And learning it, especially in for my time, learning it in iACADEMY was a really good decision for me.
Yeah, especially now, parang video games now, I mean, it was popular before, pero parang ngayon nag-extra boom siya, no? I mean, almost every single one is playing something.
Unspoken puts you in the perspective of Anna, simple and ordinary girl, and what we'll see in the game is everything that happens inside her mind. Lahat ng mga dance niya habang binubuli siya. It's called unspoken because you see things that Anna wouldn't, or is having a hard time expressing, saying to even anyone, keeping things in. So as you play the game is a bullet hell shooter. You will be overwhelmed. You will see a lot of things flying on the screen, a lot of insults, a lot of hurt. And much like bullying, the player or the player themselves will feel the harshness of the game against you. If anyone is interested, you need to visit www.iacademy.edu.ph and then just click yung apply now. It's right there, makikita agad. And then, alternatively, pwede rin mag-email sa admissions@iacademy.edu.ph. If you have a passion for games, think about maybe not only being a gamer but also a developer.
Games can change lives, so always remember that. So, pwede kang ikaw yung mag-change or be the reason for a person's life to change.
We are already in the second decade of the 21st century, and iACADEMY is at the forefront of providing you top courses that is related in addressing the needs of the market, the needs of the economy as we become major players.
We ensure that our students are in touch with the current and future trends and are well equipped to embrace the challenges of the fourth industrial revolution. And to help you reap those advantages would be all our SBLA faculties, wherein 95% of which are full-fledged with their advanced degrees, maybe PhD, MBA, or other industry certifications. All of them are licensed and most of them are industry practitioners. I'd like to welcome everyone to your ramp to success. Basically, may you looking to be part of iACADEMY's real estate management, accountancy, marketing, and financial management, or psychology, we are here to guide you on how to productively make that decision. Of course, after you finish your high school, also here in iACADEMY. Basically, BSBA in Marketing Management focuses on the intricacies of creating and managing marketing campaigns, exposes students to marketing principles, trends, strategies, policies, and innovation.
The game-changing accountancy program of iACADEMY will prepare you not only in the theoretical but also in the practical side of accounting.
We also aim to nourish the competencies of our students in terms of their skills through training, update them with the current trends and demands in the industry, and of course, be knowledgeable in terms of test construction, research, and mental health interventions or programs.
We train our game changers in real estate management to be immersed in real estate sales, brokerage, appraisal, and consultancy. And with all these highly capable academicians, we commit to deliver enhanced programs that would be centered on the following topics such as digital leadership, mobile commerce and applications, marketing in the fourth industrial revolution. I actually taught this last term. Exclusive to senior high school graduates of iACADEMY. So yes, we make enhanced programs exclusive to all of you for choosing to continue your college studies with us.
Big ideas, they always come out of insights. You can never come up with a big idea without a good insight.
Creativity is deep within us. Creativity is you. It is your life. So it is what you do.
I always believe in creating space. We need to create our space. And if you think that the industry is too crowded for you can create your own space.
If you're a filmmaker, I think there's part of you that actually loves solving problems. Parang may ganun component kasi ng filmmaking.
It's the currency to be able to convey ideas, thoughts, doubts, feelings, emotions, everything.
So all you have to do is create your stories na dapat saklaw ng iyong paniniwala at ng iyong puso.
You gotta find who you really are, because everyone is a unique expression of the universe. Okay, so you have a unique POV. That's what makes you different.
At hanggat yung puso mo punong-puno siya ng kapangyarihan para magkwento, huwag kang hihinto.
Because at SODA, our thrust is towards a meaningful application of design in creating positive social change, whether it be to increase awareness, productivity, growth, or to improve standards of living. Our goal is to design for good.
Disclaimer. The iACADEMY Virtual Open House was shot in early December 2021 with safety protocols in place.
What's up, future game changers? I am MC, your MC, and I welcome you to the iACADEMY Virtual Open House. Before we discover what truly makes iACADEMY game-changing, let's hear a few words from Ms. Cecilia C., iACADEMY's Vice President for Academics.
Good day, game changers. My name is Cecilia C., Vice President for Academic Affairs at iACADEMY. Today is a day where we celebrate our 20th foundation celebration. Every year, iACADEMY raises their game to match the ever-changing demands of the industries and take it upon themselves to make sure iACADEMY graduates will continue to strive for excellence. With all of these recognitions, iACADEMY commits itself to be game changers, not only to our country but also to the world. iACADEMY is a premier school offering specialized programs in senior high school and college that are centered on computing, business, and design. It is known for its strong industry partnerships and non-traditional programs such as software engineering, game development, real estate management, animation, multimedia arts and design, fashion design and technology, music production and sound design, and film and visual effects that deliver 96% placement rate. When the pandemic broke, all schools and universities were forced to expedite the use of technology to deliver instructions to ensure that learning is not disrupted. For us, we saw this challenge as an opportunity to step up our game. iACADEMY implemented an online distance learning program called GOAL, or Guided Online Autonomous Learning. GOAL is our online distance education program designed to provide a flexible, relevant, balanced, and collaborative learning experience to our students. As we prepare for the much-awaited return to campus, I am very excited about what our future game changers can bring into the community of innovators to lead the advancement of society. To our future game changers, welcome to our very first virtual open house. Get ready to discover who you are, what you want, and what makes you different. Get ready to discover iACADEMY.
Thank you for that inspiring message, Ms. Cess. Next up, we have our academic heads, Mr. Real Dairit for Senior High School Goal, Mr. Paulo Naceda for Senior High School Drive, Dean Mitch Andaya for the School of Computing, Dean Jeff T. Munoz from the School of Business and Liberal Arts, and Dean John Quison from the School of Design and the Arts.
In general, the programs at the School of Design and the Arts focus on combining art, design, and technology. And in order for you to do this effectively, you need practitioners. And we're talking about people who are expert in their fields. They're experts. So in our programs, whether animation, multimedia arts and design, fashion, film, and our latest one, music production and sound design, we have tapped experts in their fields to teach our students. I think that's a unique selling point for also the programs. Well, for example, we're constantly evolving in terms of partnership, and I'm very happy, for example, to have initiated the partnership with Dolby Atmos. This is an international firm for our music production and sound design program. We have also, as you know, for animation, we're partners with Toon Boom. But definitely, the most recent is our interesting or really cultural and educational exchange with Canadian counterparts. To be specific, OCAD, the Ontario College of Art and Design, wherein we are constantly sharing best practices, sharing our resources so that our students can also benefit as well as theirs.
iACADEMY School of Business and Liberal Arts degree programs, which include accountancy, business administration, real estate management, as well as psychology, are designed to prepare our students for the 21st century challenges. The competitive advantage of our degree programs is the strong collaboration and partnership with industry leaders and professionals who provide not only insight, but they are actually immersed in the development of the curriculum. individuals are given the space to come up with new ideas, to think outside the box, and of course, having that futures thinking and strategic thinking to be more resilient and be more ready for the future challenges of the 21st century.
A typical computer science program would have roughly about 140, 150 units. Ours is 180 units. So that means the number of subjects we offer in our computer science program is about 25% more than what is being offered in other schools. Those are the specialized courses. And then we have our internship program. That's over 960 hours of work experience. We also have certification, Unity, in Linux, in Python. That means our students, even before they graduate, they get industry certification.
Drive, or the Design for Remote Individualized Versatile Education, is the pioneering homeschool program of iACADEMY. Even though that Drive is a homeschool program, the curriculum that we have, the pedagogy that we have, are equipping our students to be master, to be skilled, in the different competencies, particularly the competencies needed in industry practice. The unique features that we have is that we are trying to integrate platforms that are necessary to elevate the experience of our students. One in particular is the use of our Gather Town. The use of our Gather Town is to ensure that our students will still experience a virtual school that will allow them to interact both with their success coaches and their co-students or co-drive students.
Our programs in senior high school really prepares our students for employment. In fact, even if they're just graduates of senior high school, I really think that when they are done with their courses, especially in our specialized subjects, they can be hired in many companies because the courses that we offer are very much in demand. What is really very striking is the fact that our students get to interact with the professionals, with the industry practitioners, so that the knowledge that they know are not only found in books, but these are the things that will really be demanded from them. And they already have a foretaste of what it is to work in the actual industry setup.
We've always had the Program Advisory Council which meets regularly, so not just to update our curriculum, but to understand how this curriculum is relevant and remains strong with the demands of the industries, as well as the potential business landscape might be, that they could withstand through time and that they would remain relevant and vital to any industry success.
Thank you for the warm welcome, everyone. Before we proceed, please make sure to like and follow the official iACADEMY Facebook page to stay tuned with the latest updates. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at iACADEMY_edu, and finally, subscribe to our TikTok at iACADEMY Official for more game-changing content. I know we can't wait to get the ball rolling, so let's hear from our first speaker. He's a professor in iACADEMY and an expert in information systems in the industry of computing. Currently the program chair for software engineering and web development, he is also a certified Amazon Web Services Cloud practitioner. Please welcome Mr. Bennett Tanyag.
Have you ever imagined life without tech? Do you see yourself not using any of today's gadgets? Or at least haven't touched a gadget for an hour? We now live in a time that we can call the new normal. Pandemic has hit all of us. It has affected the way we work, the way we travel, the way we study, and the way we communicate. We suddenly find ourselves in a world where being social is to be physically distant. Hence the word social distancing. However, amidst the pandemic, we have a great ally. It is one of the greatest achievements of humans. We have it all this time. We have technology on our side. Technology has helped us to adapt to this new normal. We have embraced the digital lifestyle, and nowadays, we now hear the term work from home. Before, we were working physically in an office, but now, WFH, or work from home. Most of us are now working from home through the use of emails, instant messaging, online meetings, and remote access connection. It is completely possible to work from home. You don't have to be physically present in your office to access your needed data. Plus, working from home gave us a chance to create our tiny office setup and give it a touch of whatever we want. Plus, working from home gives us more time with our family. One of the things that I missed the most when the pandemic hit is food. We missed those favorite food from our restaurant. I know that nothing beats eating at our favorite restaurants, but we have the next best thing. Through the use of mobile applications such as Grab, Foodpanda, or any application of your favorite restaurant, we were able to avail ourselves of our favorite food. And apart from that, we all miss our friends. We miss playing games with them, right? However, technology gave us a way to connect and even enjoy discovering new friends through online games. Be it helping your friends from a difficult quests or become neighbors with someone you've just met online. Now, with games such as Animal Crossing, Genshin Impact, we suddenly immerse ourselves in a new environment with our old and new friends. It is through these games that we find how to socialize in a new way. And apart from those games, one of those things that was impacted heavily is education. Education is important for all of us. That is why when the pandemic hit, iACADEMY scrambled to convert our face-to-face classes to online. After 1 week, we were able to go back and have our classes online version. Through the use of various software like Google Meet, Discord, Microsoft Teams, we were still able to hold our classes despite the pandemic. And through the use of green screen technology, we simulate as if the teacher is still in the classroom. It makes a class more engaging and fun. So, Can you imagine life without tech? The answer is no. Technology has helped us overcome the difficulties we have experienced in our new normal. At iACADEMY, I welcome you to become one of our game changers, develop applications that can help further improve the way of life. Thank you very much. I'm excited to see how our younger generation will soon change the game in the field of technology, apply into one of the most innovative schools in Asia, and the leading institution for design, business, and computing programs. Discover game-changing, discover iACADEMY, discover you.
Aren't you thrilled to be learning all of these game-changing ideas today? Thank you so much, Mr. Ben Stanyag. Before we move on, in iACADEMY's virtual open house, we aim to introduce the programs at iACADEMY, but also to give you a quick virtual tour around the iACADEMY Nexus campus. Let's give it up for the Alumni Relations Officer, Carl Sia. Carl?
Hi Game Changers, this is Carl Sia, iACADEMY's Alumni Relations Officer and a proud alumnus of Batch 2019 under the program of Marketing in the School of Business and Liberal Arts. Now we're here in the Unity Lab, one of the home courts of our game development students. And did you know that Unity is a partner of iACADEMY? This partnership has brought a lot of game-changing opportunities to the students of game development program. Now that we've toured their home court, let us show you what iACADEMY School of Computing is capable of. Let's watch this.
Our next speaker is a co-owner of a widely loved cafe in the South. He's a degree holder in interdisciplinary business. Hoping to put up a coffee shop on his own, he's worked as a freelance barista in various coffee shops around the country, where he gained massive experience in the operational side of business. He was a brand specialist for Curve Coffee and was a part-time instructor at the Barista and Coffee Academy in Asia in San Juan. Please welcome Mr. Paulo Yupanco.
So, hi. Great audience we have today. All right, so I'm Paulo, coming from the last speaker. That's going to be really hard to live up to. But you know what? I think I want to make this really casual, really spontaneous. Let's make it like a conversation between you and me. Okay? So, let me tell you a story. This happened during a pandemic. We weren't really sure of what was going to happen, what was life going to come out for us, what was in store in the coming years. I'll give you a brief background. Roop and Boiler, which is a small cafe in Alabang, wasn't really originally mine to call my own. It was under a friend of mine. who decided to sell it during the pandemic. And we decided to, change management. I already knew the people, I knew the culture, I knew the recipes. Pretty much it was just, hey, can you take care of my baby for me? So, come September of 2020, we got started. And pretty much it was an adventure on its own. If you saw how the area was, if you saw the market, if you saw anything, it was like a ghost town. Nobody was there, not a soul. So we got started. Everything began with defining who we were. Who was Group and Boiler? I mean, come the change in management, we had the same vision. We had the same idea. We wanted to head in the same direction. But at the same time, before the pandemic, we weren't really getting the message across. Group and Boiler wasn't getting the message across. So we decided to work from within while things were somewhat quiet. I think if you guys are very familiar with the specialty coffee scene, there's this kind of stigma where you have to somewhat know what's in the shop before you even step in. And to be honest with you, how could you? Especially if you're new to the scene. And the scene is still on the rise here in the Philippines. We want it to be more relatable. So you don't have to worry. If you have a question, go ahead, let's ask, let's talk. If you want to try something new, why not? We wanted it to be something very relatable to our customers, to the market, to our friends, family, and coffee lovers everywhere. So that's where we started. We wanted to break that stigma. We wanted to break that image. We wanted to change how specialty coffee is approached. Let's say, I'm sure you guys are all familiar with your coffee chains. Your Starbucks, Coffee Projects, Bose, Seattle's, etc. That's where we all started. We all started with that really, really sweet, good tasting beverage. And to be honest, I have it myself. I grab a cup every now and then because I just want to, I know what I want. And we worked on that. We wanted to give you something that's somewhat close to home, but at the same time, help you push against that barrier. So, if you guys want a sweet drink, we got a sweet drink. If you want something very close, like simple, very plain, straight to the point, we got that. And then we started working on the ambience. We started working on how it looked. To be honest with you, I didn't really change much in the store. I think the only major change was from making it white walls, we put a wallpaper. And for some reason, it worked. It changed the feel. It changed how people viewed Group and Boiler. And that's why I'm here today. That's why I'm in front of you guys today. I'm here to tell our story of how we changed the narrative from the previous Group and Boiler to who it was today. So, what's the vision? What we were really striving for was, let's make specialty coffee relatable. And it started from within. I remember reading Seth Godin's This is Marketing. And I think it was like in the introductory chapter, which really encapsulated the book, which was, don't create a product or a service, then look for a market. Figure out what the market needs and then create something for that. So we started there. So we got together as a team, we talked, and these guys knew the craft more than me. So it was a collaboration. It was also them putting themselves into the store, into the vision, into the direction. And, we threw ideas. I love using the saying, throw anything at the wall and see what sticks. That's what we really did. We wanted to do something that was really true to us. We wanted to do something that we believed in. Because if you really think about it, if you don't believe in your own product, in your own company, your own service, you're just doing it because it's a quick buck. People see that. People know. People can really see and pretty much, what's the word for it? Let's be casual. They can really see authenticity. They can see genuinity. Authentic. And that's what we did. We wanted to show them how it was really shown. You want to talk to us and you want to learn more about the coffee scene? Come on, let's go. Let's have that conversation. Let's geek out on it. You want to just mind your own business, put up your laptop, zone out? We'll leave you to that. Like I said, we wanted Group and Boiler to be your home. We wanted it to be a space where you can do whatever you need to do, whether let's have some fun, get some work done, and all that. So there's no standard operating procedure. There's no strict guidelines, strict rules on how you should deal with these people. If you want to make jokes, make jokes. You want to make them kwento, like, "Hoy, kamusta ka naman?" Or konting hugot here and there. Mga jokes talaga. People started noticing that. One of the main comments was, "I love the friendly staff. I love the ambience. I love the feeling when I go there." And that's what we wanted to capitalize. And I mean, most businesses would focus on specialty beans, having the best cup of coffee, really good food. And mostly it's focused on the product. And good for them. That's what we need. To be honest, that's what we really need. We need to show that, hey, the Philippines specialty coffee market is to be taken seriously. But there was a time where it sort of got too extreme and people started thinking na, shoot, should I have my coffee in a certain way? I mean, come on. Come on. Who wants their coffee in a certain way? We all love our coffee differently. I mean, we come from 3-in-1. And I still love my 3-in-1. I love my instant coffee. We come from our coffee chains. I think my go-to was the iced mocha frappuccino with an extra shot and then a bit of whipped cream on top. I love that. And then I like my lattes, I like my cappuccinos, I like my single origin pour-overs. That's when it starts getting technical. That's when it starts getting intimidating. Who are we to tell you how to drink your coffee? Let people enjoy their coffee. So we did whatever we had to do. You want it sweetened, we'll give it to you sweetened. You want it extra strong, we'll give it to you extra strong. It's how you want it. It's like staying at your own home. Where you can pretty much let down your walls, be yourself, and, come back. We wanted Group and Boiler to be the second home. And that was the narrative we wanted to point out. That, you can come back every day, you can come back once a week, you can come back after months, but always know that we have a home here for you. We have a seat here for you. We have something here for you. So, that was it. Of course, I think all of you know that lockdowns happen. As long as my E says CQ, we're in trouble. As long as my G, we can still fight. And there were so many times, countless times, that we become ECQ, alert level 4, MECQ. ECQ with heightened restrictions. I'm losing track of all the guidelines, to be honest with you. So we pivoted, and I think everyone knows that the trend is going to online business, one way or another. It was, making sure that your products can get to you okay, and you can enjoy it at home. And one of the minor challenges was, how do you do that with coffee? How do you get a hot latte, hot, to your customer and still making sure that it's warm enough by the time it gets there? Your customer can be next door or it can be all the way in Makati. Regardless of where that person was, we had to make sure that quality was not compromised. We had to make sure that the experience was not compromised, that the message and the direction wasn't compromised. Whether it's through a text, through a call, through an online app, we wanted to make sure that some kind of interaction was still there, that we wanted to make sure that, hey, how did you want your coffee by the time it gets there? And it was a conversation. It was a conversation between the barista and the customer. Sometimes we would suggest, it's an app. So there's no communication whatsoever. You get it, you get the text, it prints out, you make the drink, you send it out. Why should it stop there? What's a simple phone call? What's a simple text? Hey, is it alright if we remove the ice in your iced coffee? So at least it doesn't melt on the way there. Yeah, go for it. Simple changes like that. Simple moves. Hey, is it alright if we separate these two ingredients? Then mix it at home so at least quality is not compromised. Go ahead. Customers are very, very accommodating and forgiving, when there's some kind of connection involved. Sometimes we get yeses, sometimes we get nos. But at least the effort was there. And people remember that. I've had customers come through our doors saying thank you for making sure that I didn't lose that kind of experience. I was still able to function throughout the day, especially for all of those who work at home. I remember when online work from home setups were implemented, I think everyone was somewhat, they were somewhat gulo. They weren't really sure how to handle things. And making sure that their coffee gets to them somewhat gave them that sense of normalcy through their day-to-day lives as we go through this whole pandemic together. So where am I going with all of this? When you start a business, when you think of your direction, when you start something, whether it's not even a business, whether it's the course you take, whether it's the people you choose to spend your time with, it really comes from intention. It comes from what do you want to do in this world. It's not about making a dent. It's not about, making something huge, whether it's this hit movie, this new tech product, this new app, I don't know, this new clothing line that hits millions of people across the world. I mean, that's a bonus. That's great. And I think we all strive for that. But it really starts from intention. It starts from what kind of change can you make day to day. It's about knowing your why. And that's the narrative, that's the message, that's what we're all trying to get across when you walk through our doors. So that's my story. That's what I have to say to you. You know, it's really hard to be factual, especially when you have a journey like this. I mean, we're all here to learn something. But if I have to tell you, or if I have to impart one piece of advice to every single one of you, it's that look within and figure out what's your story to tell. I want to thank you all for being a great audience. You guys have made this really, really comfortable for me to speak up here. So are you ready to be in the world of business? Maybe get into marketing, advertising, or even psych? It's all here at iACADEMY. It's time for you to discover game-changing and discover you.
Truly a display of academic and industry excellence from our School of Business and Liberal Arts. I'm sure someone is very excited to tour us around. Carl?
That's right, MC. I'm a proud graduate of iACADEMY and I'm very delighted to tour you around the sprawling iACADEMY court. Now, this has been home to many cheers and events like our student orientation and registration, which is one of my favorite events, and also the much anticipated iACADEMY Games. Now, shout out to all the members of the iACADEMY teams.
It sure does feel good to reminisce about the times inside the iACADEMY campus. To our game changers watching this stream, what do you miss most in iACADEMY? Comment down below and let us know. Before we move on to the next speaker, let's watch this video about iACADEMY School of Business and Liberal Arts. And with that, I believe there is no doubt about iACADEMY's 96% placement rate in the industry. And that's because we offer specialized courses tailored to fit the industry standard and let students experience the industry firsthand through our 900-hour internship. Our next speaker is from one of iACADEMY's industry partners, Cornerstone Entertainment Incorporated. He is a communications professional with 12 years of experience in Philippine media and entertainment. He is part of TV productions, film and music, advertising and promotions, concerts and special events, public relations, and digital marketing. Aside from local media, he represents the company to social media partners like Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok Philippines for media support, workshops, and content and influencer marketing. Ladies, gentlemen, and non-binaries, please welcome the Jason Sarmiento.
Hello everyone, good afternoon, and thank you for the lovely introduction. And first of all, congratulations and happy 20th anniversary iACADEMY. I've been working with your multimedia arts and design students since 2015, and I must say that based on my personal experience through the years, iACADEMY as a private, non-sectarian educational institution in the Philippines consistently produces, discovers, and trains talented students in the metro. They are the most productive, creative, and talented interns that I have. Again, congratulations and thank you so much for having me today. To all the students, parents who are watching right now, professors, clients, media partners, guests, and all netizens, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this stuff because today I'm gonna talk about how art transforms the way we see the world. First, let's define art. In this talk, since I am in entertainment industry, I'd like to focus on commercial art, referring to art created for commercial purposes, primarily advertising. I am 33 years old and I'm part of the millennial market. And in my experience before, the means to show your art is by being on broadcast, on television, on radio, on print. And also, you have the cinemas for movies, you have the theater, you have the billboards, and physical events. These are the different traditional media and advertising platforms in entertainment. Now, in the era of Generation Z, we see kids, we see our parents, our titas, our titos, minsan mga lolo't lola natin, using their gadgets. And not just our family, but also our friends, our colleagues, office mates, classmates, tinderas, tinderos, guards, pati mga lahat ng sales lady nasa TikTok, nasa Instagram, nasa Twitter, nasa Facebook. Simula na ng pandemya, we allowed our kids, our younger generation to use gadgets for education. We need it for communication, for delivery, for entertainment, for live purposes. It has become the game changer of all time, across all generations, across all status, across the globe. According to the data, there are 89 million monthly social media users in the Philippines. Facebook is the most used social media applications of Filipinos of different generation. Makikita ninyo yung simula sa lolo natin hanggang sa mga anak natin or mga pamangkin natin nagfe-Facebook to tag our friends sa mga photos, to post our status. Ano ba yung mga viral ngayon sa Facebook? We're doing that across all generations. We're doing live. We're doing online selling, we're uploading videos, and also ito rin ang era kung saan nagkaroon ng napakaraming content creators, video creators, and also the rise of the online gamers on Facebook. For sure, many of you use Messenger kasi gusto nyo mas maging connected sa mga friends, families nyo across the globe. Minsan gumagawa pa kayo ng mga group chat with your family, with your friends. Ang dami ng group chat iba-iba. And also, ito na yung nagiging primary messaging app natin instead of texting or SMS, right? Twitter is still being used mostly by us, millennials, and younger generations to be in the know. Kasi dito namin nakikita ko ano yung mga trending topics. Lagi natin pinag-uusapan sa Twitter, ano ba mga trending na music, mga latest single ng BTS, SB19, Olivia Rodrigo, and so on. YouTube has been the regular TV of many as they spend more time watching music videos, watching DIY tutorials, and also Instagram. Instagram has been the modern billboard. Kasi for 24 hours sa IG story, ang dami nating nakikitang parang magazine type. And after 24 hours, mawawala. It has been the modern magazine kasi ang dami nating nakikitang OOTD. And also, Spotify as our modern radio, wherein we listen to our favorite artists and to our favorite albums at our own convenience. And it also has a sense of community because on Spotify, you can see playlists. Yung mga interest ng iba, interest mo rin, you can share your own playlists as well to other users. This is also the era wherein podcast is increasing in terms of number of content. Napakadami nang nagpo-produce ng mga podcast content on Spotify. And now we go to TikTok. TikTok is the leading short-form video platform for creating, sharing, and discovering short-form video content. It is now open to advertisers of all sizes in the Philippines. Napakarami na nating nakikitang TikTokers na nagpapakita ng iba't ibang items at tapos sa dulo maririnig ninyo, available now on Shopee, available now on Lazada. Diba? Naririnig nyo yung mga recall ng mga tunog, ng mga music, the way they speak or the way they say the brand. TikTok has become the #1 downloaded application in Southeast Asia since pandemic started. In fact, there are more than 1 billion people around the world who come to TikTok every month to be entertained, to learn, to laugh, and to discover something new. Para sa ating mga Pilipino, ang TikTok ngayon ay nagpo-provide ng sense of popularity, sense of acceptance. Na nakikita natin, hindi mo kailangan maging celebrity o hindi mo kailangan maging popular na sa traditional media para magkaroon ka ng sarili mong platform. Para mag-viral ka, you can be anyone who can create content and upload it on TikTok. There are more projects on digital now because almost everyone is online. Data shows that Filipinos' average online connectivity is 10 hours and 56 minutes. And spending time using social media is 4 hours and 15 minutes. In fact, we are the world's top social media user in 2021 according to research. So how does it affect us? Well, we used to live differently every single day. Kinalakihan ko yung mga panahon na may TV programming, yung merong umagang kay ganda pagising ko. O kaya naman yung kabataan ko, kailangan ko pang hintahin yung certain time slot para mapanood ko yung cartoons. Now that we are living in the most significant time of digital, where we can access most of the art available at our own convenience. It changes our lives completely. Ito yung mga panahon na hindi na natin kailangan pang maghintay ng certain time slot para mapanood natin ang mga favorite programs, ang mga favorite content. Kailangan na lang natin pumunta sa ating mga mobile phones. It shows how art transforms the way I see this rainbow. Dati ang alam ko lang ay Roy G. Biv. But now, it symbolizes a community. LGBTQA+. It symbolizes equality, diversity, inclusivity. It shows how art transforms the way I see this tattoo. Having a tattoo is a symbol of bravery or art. And also, it shows how art transforms the way I see this hat. This hat is from Mindanao, Subanen, weave. Dati ang alam din natin pag nakita natin to, hat yan. But now, nakikita na natin sa digital ang proseso behind the creation of this art. It means cultural appreciation. It shows how art transforms the way I see our country, the Philippines. Kasi sa mga panahon ngayon, hindi lang Filipino audience ang meron tayo. Because of digital, we have the global audience. Kaya ito yung mga panahon na mas nagiging proudly Filipino tayo. Why is it important to know this? Because we all need to transform. We all need to upgrade. Upgrade our skills, upgrade our system, upgrade our learning. Believe it or not, I use 30 to 50 applications a day for personal and work. Before, clients were looking for editors, for photographers, for writers. Now, they're looking for content creators to produce materials and manage accounts for TikTok, YouTube channels, Instagram, and Facebook pages, to name a few. Having said that, we all have to familiarize ourselves with these platforms, with its tools, with its special features, dimensions, and audience. Nowadays, if you apply for a job, flex, how many apps can you handle? Ganun na nila makikita yung value mo. What are the gadgets that you use? What are your own technical skills for as long as you can deliver? Ganun na yung hinahanap sa industriya ngayon eh. Ilan ang kaya mong i-edit sa isang araw? Gaano ka kabilis mag-edit? What are the software that you're using para makapag-edit ka ng video, ng photo, ng animation? Anyway, I'd like to give a shout out to all the graduating students of iACADEMY, especially to my former interns, sila Brian, sila Clench, si Glide, si Jasper, si Hans, si Marcus, at saka si Gab. Okay, to all the game changers and incoming students of iACADEMY, I dare you to be different. I challenge you to be more responsible in creating content. It's about time. It's about time for you to unleash that creativity, enhance your skills, unlock the best ideas, and collect experiences. Make it happen! You are the next generation of influencers, the creators of art. The reason why hiring young creators is considered a rising demand. And who knows, you might be working for the metaverse someday. I'm excited to experience how iACADEMY students' art transforms how I see the world in the future. Thank you so much. I hope you learned something from this talk. And for your reference, you can check my Instagram at Jason Sarmiento, and I'll post some stories, some cues, some posters or visuals for your reference. And don't forget to follow me. I'm also on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. iACADEMY is a known game changer for arts and design. Don't miss your chance to be trained by the country's most sought-after creative professionals in a multi-awarded institution like iACADEMY. Discover game-changing. Discover iACADEMY. Discover you.
That just opened my eyes on many things about art and design. Thank you so much, Mr. Jason Sarmiento. What a wonderful day to design for good. Isn't that right, Carl?
Yes, MJ, that's correct. And I remembered a lot of things about soda, especially their output and research that has social costs. I remember they created research about reproductive and women's health and also mental health. Now that we've mentioned it, a quick shout out to our game changers who made it to the Anima Henashon 2021. And a quick shout out also to our alumni, Gilbert Alva, whose work on the virtual MRT tour was recently recognized. Game changers, welcome to the Lightbox room where the magic of traditional animation happens. Actually, enough of that and more of soda. So game changers, check this out.
And that was the School of Computing, School of Business and Liberal Arts, and finally, the School of Design, MB Arts. But wait, there's more.
I am very excited for you to hear the stories from my fellow alumni. Let's give our virtual clap to Adam and Joshua. Game changers, take it away.
Thank you for the introduction sa amin, no? Especially hi mga nanonood sa atin ngayon.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone.
So we'll just be talking about iACADEMY, things and that. Speaking of which, yun nga, you're in animation.
Yeah.
I would have been glad to have known someone na nasa animation nung back then, no? Nung pag-graduate ako. Kasi I'm game dev, and think about it, kasi animation. So you do stuff, things like on shows, movies, things like that. Animation kasi parang touch of everything. Kailangan namin cutscenes. We need the animation guy. We need good sounds. We need the music guy. Wala ka pa nun. Magka-batch pala tayo, no? Sa game dev, siguro yung pinaka-spot on na talagang babalik sa isip ko is, meron kami tatlong theses. The first one is creating yung document for what kind of games gonna go on. We'll pitch that dun sa defense namin. No? We see if it's any good to actually create. And then the second thesis is actually creating it. seeing if it plays well, if it feels good to play, no? Ang hirap naman maglaro nang hindi mo ine-enjoy, no? So, yun din, daming test trials here and there, no? We see other people holding yung creation, no, namin. The third one is an entirely new project in 3 months. Nako, ilang gabi to? Ilang gabi tong hindi ko itutulog? Hindi, lahat ng mga experiences ko with Game Dev in iACADEMY, lahat ng mga bagay na natutunan ko from the first year going on to third year kasi yung thesis namin nun, is something na magagamit namin agad. However, we would have liked another year, I guess. Imagine taking all different disciplines together. Even in our free time, we have to study. Game dev is not just about playing games. It's not just about playing. It's about thinking. It's about analyzing. It's about math. Kung paminsan, to those who think na walang math, there is math. No? And proudest works na meron ako, Unspoken. One of my thesis works that got awarded best thesis when on graduation, and featured, if anyone watched, sa When in Plays Manila. I had an interview with them, and as well as it's being used by the school to give a sample sa mga students who might go into game dev. Ikaw, meron ka bang project or something na nagawa before na talagang yun yung mo?
I think part of it is, yun nga, yung thesis namin. We have 4 theses, I think. We have thesis 0 to 1 to 3. Yung first thesis namin, everyone in our class, if I remember correctly, passed the thesis defense. And me and my partner didn't. Yeah, I was so close to giving up because I was a VLT scholar and I can afford to fail because I know at the time, if I fail, I'm out of here. It's really a challenge nung time na yan, but di kami nag-give up. Kahit dalawa lang kami, ginawa namin, nag-come up pa kami with another 2 to 3 stories, and I think it's not until thesis 3 na finally na-accept yung story namin. And nung thesis 1 pala, hindi lang nila in-accept yung animatic namin, hindi nila in-accept yung story namin, and then thesis 3 happened, and by the time we only have a short span of time to do everything from scratch, like animatic, animation, backgrounds, coloring. And then aside from that, we're doing internship nga, and then the pandemic happened. And right now, it's been more challenging to finish the thesis, and it's been more challenging also in the matter of communication. And I still remember that moment when 2 weeks after that, or 2 weeks before the commencement exercise, that we get the news na kami yung best thesis. You know that saying, fall down 7, get up 8? Ang dami naming stories na pinagdaanan, pero at the end, kami pa rin yung best thesis. And kung hindi kami pinush through ng mga mentors, professors, kung ano talaga yung parang nakita siguro nila na kaya yung you can do better than that. Kung hindi nangyari yun, hindi rin kami magka-come up with this thesis na eventually gonna have the thesis award. Yeah.
Thinking about that, no? So, and what goes on ba nung pagpasok mo into sa animation on your first year when you got in, no? Ano ba yung mga natutunan mo along the way to reach that point?
Before kasi, I was taking up art school since high school. Ang subjects namin nung first year is just basic drawings. Everything has been done already for me. It's not until first year, second year is just recalling everything. It's not until third year yung challenge ng animation talaga. Doon na pumasok yung 3D, and sabi nga nila, sabi mo din nga na may math din yung game dev. Yeah, and it goes for animation din na pag dumating ka ng 3D, pagdating ng 3D meron ka ding math. Yun yung mga isa pa sa mga na-experience ko. Ikaw, ano pa yung pinaka nare-recall mo na experiences regarding your course?
Sa mention ko kanina, video games is an accumulation ng iba't ibang klaseng disciplines eh. So habang I've always loved video games, no. I've played a lot nung bata ako until I hit college. I was looking into making games. I got into my first school before, pero IT is not game development. Game development is game development, and I'm glad na sinuggest sa akin yung iACADEMY. At the time, no, kinilala ko, I looked at how things work. So yung mga na-experience ko is, I learned programming because we have to make a bridge a way for human fingers to make work sa isang machine, no? The computer, to tell things what to do. And mga processes, mga algorithms, making the computer think with the player's hands. Telling stories, no, how to write a script, not only in code, no, sa programmers, pero also in a story. Video games have stories din. Some meron, some hindi, pero ayun nga, we also had to learn art and animation. Pero sobrang dinilaan lang. You know, it's just a taste, not a big
Yeah, but still, it's still there.
It's still there. And kaya maraming pinagdaanan. Also, making sounds, making music, putting all these things together and making it feel good for anyone who's in the experience. No? Yun yung ilan sa mga natutunan ko from first going to third, and then for that same reason then I knew what to do to make sure that my thesis worked. I was also a scholar. I was an academic scholar, and the difficulty nun is just like you, kung wala yung scholarship ko, I've been long gone. Hindi naman ganun rich yung family ko eh. It doesn't look like it ngayon. Salamat na lang sa opportunities na nag-grow, kaya I've somehow been able to keep myself up. With the opportunities na in-open up sa akin, especially with my scholarship, been able to make up good resume. The thing about din kasi in game development is, sa dami nung dine-develop namin, I get to put all of those in my portfolio para pag-apply ko ng trabaho, easy. No? Although it's still hard. Ang hirap kumuha ng job, especially ngayon pag pandemic. I know everyone feels that way. But still, it helped. With the scholarship, I've had opportunities to work with people na I didn't think I'd been able to work with. If I understand sa VLT, you got to work with Miss Val. It's still a moment na you get to interact, build connections with someone in the school, a big name in the school. Sa amin naman, as an academic scholar, we have to complete 50 hours of some bit of work to help around. The 50% discount comes with a 50 hours of bit of work. And doon, I had a chance to work with iACADEMY in creating yung iACADEMY brochure and create the AR, the augmented reality na display niya. So when you scan it, aangat yung entire school into that plane. That was mine. I'm grateful dahil nga as a scholar, I was given those kinds of opportunities. And because of those opportunities, I was able to put myself into a good place now that I've graduated. Speaking yun, pagka-graduate, ano na ba yung mga ginagawa mo ngayon?
I'm doing to continue changing the game. bilang ang katagan ng school natin is change the game and be a game changer. So right now na 4 years past, we graduated last year. I told to myself that I can't be stuck just to one company. I need to get as much as experience as I could, and I need to get every knowledge that I could. What I did is that I did not work full-time. I did freelance, so I'm working day and night. And because of that hassle, I was able to work with different companies and studios in New York, USA, Paris, France, and also Manila. And right now I'm working for companies in Canada and USA. We're building NFTs, non-fungible tokens. And aside from all of this hustle, I'm also working right now for my first solo exhibition as an artist, and to be also released in New York. And I think that none of this would happen if this opportunity of being a scholar was not given to me. And yung idea nga ng changing the game, kung hindi ko dinala yung thought na yun, kung hindi na-stuck yung thought na yun sa isip ko, wala ako sa kung nasan ako ngayon. Lahat ng pinag-aaralan natin, lahat ng na-experience natin through the span of 4 years, I think nadala natin yun after natin graduate.
Exactly. Parang ang hirap ng life. So we have to
Especially
really,
right now. Yeah.
Especially right now, we really have to work hard to make ourselves, what's the word? Marketable?
Yeah.
Because of that, yun nga, I got to fix up yung resume ko. And then, I applied to all different game dev studios dito sa Philippines. Dahil kakastart ng pandemic nun, yung pool ng mga employers is a little weird. Hindi ka sure talaga yung hinahanap nila is ikaw. Especially pag fresh grad ka. Siguro yung iba nagbabawas pa nga dahil nga ang hirap eh. Bigla na lang nag-strike yung pandemic, lahat nakulong sa bahay. Until I hit my mark and got into a company. Its name is TikTok Games. It's a company in Burbank, California. Yung extension ng company is right here in the Philippines. We have a Philippine team. I've been working in TikTok Games for about a year and a few months na. 2 months after I graduated, medyo kinabahan pa nga ako nun. Baka di ako makahanap ng work. Tapos sabay may pandemic. Pero I was able to get into the job, and it's really a great company kung saan yung a lot of my skill set is being used. I'm a level designer there. Say for example, if you play a puzzle game like yung mga match 3, I create those. Kung ano yung itsura ng map, ano yung itsura ng format, ano yung mga nag-drop, ano yung power-ups. Or say for example, anyone playing League of Legends, I make the map. What are the creeps? When do they come out? Where are they placed? ayun, balancing and stuff like that. Yun yung thought of a level designer. And those things na in level design and game design, things I learned in school are now being used in the actual industry. Because sa akin, coming from a game dev perspective, and I guess someone that just wants to get into a good place, you really have to work hard pa rin. It's not just playing games, it's not even spoon-feeding you yung mga bagay na kailangan mong malaman. For everyone who'd be interested in learning game dev here in iACADEMY, you have to learn the difference of being a gamer and a developer. Those are two different things. But when put together, yun.
That's an amazing product.
That's the entire thing. No? We play and we create. You can't just have one, you have to have both. To everyone, I would highly recommend working hard, learning things. Don't be afraid to level up your skills. Whatever course, you know your stats. Also, to put your upgrades in the right place and then pick one of your best skills. Have everything available and then be ready to upgrade one. Para at any time, you could get employed, you can still restat. Ang target ko noon is being a programmer. I didn't get that, but I got something else which was also in my playing field, level design. Get the things that you will learn, and I assure you that iACADEMY will teach you what you need to know about sa game dev industry and for any course that you might take here. Yun, sa mga figuring out what they want to do. What if nakita nila yung animation, then what should they think about it sa tingin mo?
I think kailangan lang nila marinig yung salitang you can do that, because I think yun din yung nagdala sa akin kung nasan ako right now. Since I was a kid, I was joining a lot of competitions and I was winning. And I have all these awards, and I think na nagawa ko yun because sinasabi ng people sa akin na, yeah, you can do that, you can achieve that. I think kailangan malaman ng younger generation, kailangan nilang marinig na if you have this idea, if you want to be an animator or if you want to develop a game, you need to believe in yourself and you need to believe na you can do that, na you can create something like that. And na-mention mo nga na all these games and all these animations, they were made. And you might be thinking na you can't do that because we're here in the Philippines, but you actually can. And iACADEMY will help you to be able to do that. Maniwala kayo sa vision nyo, maniwala kayo sa idea nyo, maniwala kayo na kaya nyo mag-create ng something na valuable and mag-create ng something na sa tingin nyo is important, mag-create ng something na passionate kayo, mag-create ng something na pagtandaan nyo is magiging message din sa another younger generation pa after you.
Yeah. To add dun sa sabi mo, no, it's a passion, pero think about then everyone, no, if it makes you happy. Yeah. Ika nga. I'm gonna have to admit, game development is here in the Philippines is very saturated, meaning there are quite a number of studios, a lot of people, but those studios can only handle so much. But still, you can still have a touch on the industry and one way or another get into a company or even create your own. Kasi think about it, pandemic, ano bang gagawin ng mga tao? Manood, maglaro. No? The opportunity just opened itself up like that. So I think to everyone younger, if you want to go for animation, game dev, or any of the courses na open iACADEMY, it is ready for this kind of situation. The pandemic hit. I didn't know if I would get a job immediately, but because of all of the hard work, because I enjoyed whatever I was doing, I found a company that took me in. So naalala ko sa Facebook na describe your job in the most awful way. I put shapes together and the old ladies enjoy that. Old people enjoy that, no? Depende sa market. Whatever you're making, despite struggle or yung foresight mo doon, if you really want to enjoy, be happy about it, just gotta do that. We play games for fun. We watch animations to enjoy it for fun, to enjoy ourselves, no? If watching that makes fun, making that is also fun, and seeing other people enjoy your work is also fun.
That's gonna be so much rewarding for you, di ba? Na makita yung mga tao nyo na finally nilalaro or pinapanood na yung naka-8 mo.
Sakto. Mismo. Okay, so yeah, thanks a lot and bye everyone.
Thank you.
Wow, that was very insightful. What did you think about that, future game changers? Are you ready to change the game? Ladies, gents, and non-binaries, we want to hear from you. What's the best thing you discovered about iACADEMY? Post it, tweet it, or make a video about it. Tag our official account and put our official hashtags in. Hashtag Discover Game Changing, hashtag Discover iACADEMY. And win an exclusive goodie bag from us to you.
Before we move on, there's a special announcement from our admissions office. Keisha, the floor is yours.
What
What is up, Game Changers? My name is Keisha and I'm from the admissions office. I'm sure all of you are excited to discover your passion and unleash your full potential in the coolest school on earth, iACADEMY. Our early enrollment for school year 22 to 23 is ongoing. All you have to do is visit our website at www.iacademy.edu.ph and click the Apply Now button. Everyone who registered in this virtual open house will also receive an interactive brochure via email to know more about our senior high school and college programs. Undecided on what program to take? We got you. Email us at admissions@iacademy.edu.ph so we can send you an invite to our exclusive workshops led by our very own rockstar professors to make sure you're in the right program for either senior high school or college. Make an informed choice, because at iACADEMY, pursuing what you love and making a career out of it is possible. So don't miss out. Click on the Apply Now button and discover iACADEMY. Till our next virtual event, Game Changers!
And that's a wrap for today's virtual open house. I hope that today's session helped you discover something new, something game-changing, and something blue. Again, this is MC, your MC, wishing you a game-changing day.